Artist Alley is definitely a section at every convention that I need to stop by, because think of the main exhibitor hall, but in Artist Alley, it's everything that's there but with their own fan-made twists. And I love to see the artist's rendition of the anime or whatever it is that they're inspired to draw or to make. Artist Alley has a mixture of clothing, art prints mostly, stickers, bags, accessories. There's so much at Artist Alley. You know, like in exhibitor hall, there's a few booths that carry about the same thing. Artist Alley, sure, some of the anime is almost the same, but the way that it looks, completely different. I kept talking about how amazing the Artist Alley was at Anime Expo Chibi. Sure, the convention wasn't that great, but Artist Alley was amazing. And I wanted to showcase the booths at Artist Alley, the artists there that really stood out to me. And first of all, I want to give a big thank you to the artists to letting me shoot their booth, because they're honestly giving me content and I just wanted to showcase their art because it really stood out to me, as well as some of their booths. Oh my god, they really went all out. By the way, guys, I'm not very good at explaining art. I'm very bad at vocabulary in general, so I do apologize if the way I word things are just bad. So let's talk about it. Starting off with Naomi Vanderen. They were at the corner and they immediately caught my attention because the colors really pop out. And once you really look into it, obviously I'm a big fan of Ghibli, but I look at these and there's like lifestyle prints caught in the moment, and even like some of the aesthetic prints on there, and the use of the colors that they have, amazing. This booth was just straight up anime vibes and I loved it. Next is an artist named Ignition. It was their first time at any convention and vending on their own, but let me tell you, amazing art. Their anime and car prints were really cool. We saw Gojo Daddy look super amazing, Makima Mommy, you know I'm a big fan of Makima, it's almost like Kafka, and How to Easily Win Me Over, that is completely different. They had an Apex print, the Apex guns, and I thought that was really cool. Also, they had a Valorant print, but you know, I don't play Valorant, I play Apex. Next is the booth Agila. I actually retweeted their booth when they were at TwitchCon because I loved the market style that they went with, and they brought it here at Anime Expo Chibi as well. In their supermarket theme, they even had like little shopping baskets, which I thought were super cute. Nice touch. Of course, they carried a variation of card decals. They had Gear 5 Luffy. You guys know I love Gear 5 Luffy. Different air fresheners of characters that you might enjoy, and even license plate holders. This booth, which was Sauna Frog, carried mostly things that were 3D printed. Things that they 3D printed themselves, and they put it in their own blind boxes, which I thought was really smart and unique. I mean, people do 3D print, but to have it in the way of the aesthetic that they put out there, I loved it. I believe the pop sockets were 3D printed. The pins that they had were hilarious, and this whole booth I feel like would make amazing gifts to give to anybody. 3D figures that they made themselves for a blind box, 3D printed hair clips that match a certain emotion like in an anime or a manga, and even 3D printed earrings. So I thought this whole booth was just very solid. Now excuse me if I say this completely wrong, but this booth is amazing. bunniejingstudios really showed out this convention, and as you can see, their whole booth just pops out. Unfortunately, that section was a little bit dark, but their booth is what really made them pop out. They also had like a mart style where they had their prints showcased around like the mart, and the art prints are adorable. I don't even know how to explain this art style, but it's so adorable. Like, I adore this art a lot. It's so dope, the little dot eyes, but I love this booth. Definitely amazing. This artist, Sushi Boy, their art caught my attention because of how unique it was. Think of if everything had their own storefront, even like their own rendition of like IKEA, Jollibee, McDonald's, but it's like in a shop of something that is something of that they sell. For example, there's some like Nike shoes that they made into a storefront, their own rendition of the Jollibee storefront, McDonald's, but it's McDonald's like from, I believe, Devil is a Part-Timer. One Piece had their own rendition of IKEA. Pokemon had their own too. This was such a fun booth to look at. I want a lot of prints from there. And lastly, Sundrop Studio. Their art is all an aesthetic. Like when I do photography for fun, these are the shots that I would actually take, but drawn amazingly. It's just the aesthetics are so dope. This is something that I would like literally hang in my living room. The colors that they use for each print, it gives me good feels, man. This is one of those, not only is it an aesthetic, it's a vibe, and it just gives good feels. All in all, really amazing art. The artist is amazing. I feel like I need to read a dictionary. My words are very bad. But anyways, guys, that is the booths at Artist Alley that really caught my attention. There was obviously a lot more booths that I would love to showcase, but these were the ones that I just kind of just pinned down that I really liked when I was at Anime Expo Chibi. If you're at AX Chibi, let me know which booths that you guys enjoyed. I want to check their art out as well. Anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. If you missed the previous videos about the 5 lessons I learned from Luffy in One Piece, or even me kind of being speechless over Farina's little story quest from Genshin Impact, check those out.